G'day. Welcome to another beer review. Don't know if that Australian accent's getting any better, I think that's pretty piss poor. But I'm hoping this beer is not going to be piss poor. We are going back to Cooper's. I did a beer of theirs about 3 weeks ago. Belter of a beer. And I'm hoping this one will be a better of a beer as well, because I think this one is their most popular one. According to some people anyway. So we're going to Cooper's, and this is their sparkling ale. Super smashing great. Look at that, boys and girls. There's the back side. It is 5.8%, and it is in a 375 milliliter bottle. There you go. Now, loads of sediment there. Loads of sediment. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. Yeah, look at that. Got that in. Loads of bits and bobs, odds and sods and whatever you want to call them. So, I shall read the back, as always. Cooper's ales and stouts are brewed using the centuries-old top fermentation method and natural bottle conditioning, resulting in a characteristic fine sediment forming on the base of the bottle. This sediment is completely natural and can be gently mixed before drinking, or poured carefully, leaving the sediment in the bottle. Well, I like my sediments, it's going to go in. So yeah, I was very impressed with the last one. I think this one's going to be maybe even better. I hope it is, because Australia isn't just about the big blue Fosters and all that rubbish. That Australia has over the years exported some decent stuff to the UK. They've sent a load of crap. If you know what I mean. Soap operas like you do with wobbly backdrops. Kind of like creating pop careers for certain actresses, if you know what I mean. But on the good side, AC/DC came from Australia, didn't they? That can't be bad, can it? So let's crack her open. Loads of smoke there. Oh, smoky. There is the wonderful Cooper's Crown. I do like that. Lovely red Cooper's Crown. See what we get from the neck, because I think it might be rather nice. Very bready, very doughy. Just real kind of like rolling pin out, flour, dough, rolling, like you do, rolling your flour, rolling your dough out and all that. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm baking bread. Oops. Feels like I'm baking bread in the oven. Well, not in the oven, but rolling it out and tossing and turning and slapping it about, and you know what I mean. So let's pour out. She's gonna come out off gold, as you can see, quite clear looking there. But I'm gonna swirl it all up. I'm gonna make a tornado of sediment. So let's chuck her in. Yeah, all the bits and bobs, odds and sods. Look at all that. Crikey. That's all the sediment. Cool, boys and girls. Don't know if you can see that. Stick it up to the light. Look at all that. That reminds me of one of them, Christmas decorations in the ball. And you used to kind of like shake it up and put it on your mantelpiece, and you see all the snow coming down. That's what it looks like there. Look at that. It's phenomenal, that. I ain't seen sediment as big as that. I'll be chewing on that. Won't be drinking this beer, I'll be chowing on it. Loads of yeast sediment and very bready again. It's making a loaf of bread, rolling pin. I did it first time, second time it's not going to be that fun in it. Rolling pin, I'm rolling out some dough like you do. There's maybe any hint of nothing. Maybe a hint of biscuit as well. So, as you can see, it looks like, you know, I've dipped it in some sort of pond water, but I'm gonna go in. Cheers. Very yeasty. Very yeasty. It says sparkling ale. For me, sparkling ale, I thought, well, it's going to be clear. Loads of carbonation. You do get loads of carbonation on the tongue. I wasn't expecting it to look like that. Very bready, yeasty. It is actually quite nice. It is nice. It's similar to the other beer I had. Can't remember. I can't remember now. Was it the pale ale? Very similar in terms of taste, I think. This kind of like breadiness, yeastness, pastriness even reminds me of the type of taste you would get in a Belgian beer as well, funny enough. In something, you know, sometimes when you get a Belgian beer, like a triple maybe, you get this kind of yeasty thing in the background, and it feels very much like this beer has got everything like that in it. Going again, very gassy. Big wallops of carbonation. You can feel yourself kind of like filling up with gas as you're drinking it, you know, as you drink it. Very like a mixture, pastry, like a pastriness even about this beer, and it's nice, yeah. If I was in Australia, would I see this as a thirst quencher? I suppose I would, in a way. You know, I know from good authority this is their biggest selling beer from this brewery, but I'm not too sure. Anybody know different, let me know in the comments, but it's just like a big yeast bomb. Maybe a little hint of lemon, not much, but all in all, boys and girls, Cooper's Brewery, sparkling ale, nice beer. It's a nice beer. I like it. Highly recommend it, as always. And as always, thank you for watching this beer review. If you've had this beer, let me know. I'd like to know who's had it. I haven't really looked at anybody's reviews about it, so, you know, let us know. And on that score, see you boys and girls on my next one. Cheers.